The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 32. You get the Nasdaq up 5. S&Ps are down 3. Gold contracts down $13.60 at $11.9850. You have silver down 45 cents, $16.81 an ounce. Platinum's off 13 at $9.50 an ounce. You get the light sweet crude market up 56 cents, $51.64 a barrel. Notes are off 22 ticks, 124.01. Bonds 1 point down plus 8 ticks, 150.25. Good old King dollar is up 617 ticks at 101.530. The euro's at 106. The yen's trading at 115.27. And bottom line is that inside these currencies are moving, man.
I know. How about that dollar, right? I was thinking about this morning. You get 60 cents a movement. So you get $100. You're making or losing like 50 cents a day with that movement, which is huge.
That's
right?
pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty funny. Yeah, that's cool.
That's real life, man.
I know that is real life. I think real life for unfortunately people that we're in the pound at Brexit.
Right.
That's
if you're
like
anywhere outside of the dollar,
like,
right?
Wow,
right, for sure.
Pretty intense. No two ways about that. Let's go over to Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim, and don't forget, folks, every trading day right here at TFNN. 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, TD Ameritrade Swim Lessons. It's an amazing program. You want to understand options upside down, great program. You want to understand futures. Today we're talking futures. Thursday we talk futures. Futures are, once I think you're in the equity market for a while, you're going to end up in the future market because, the bottom line is that it is about risk. It's about money management. And, you don't want to be there unless you really understand how much they can move, how fast they can move, and what the value is. And Kevin and Scott do a great job explaining the values inside the future market, so what you're putting at risk. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Tommy O'Brien. How's everything going, guys?
Good morning.
It's going good, man.
Hello. Hey, I guess the bond rally officially ended about midday yesterday, huh? Wow.
Yeah. Well, they crushed the price, man. There's no doubt.
Man, that ended. During the show, we had up the chart on the 10-year yield, and we're saying, boy, what used to be that 2.3 and 2.3 and change level.
Yep.
Used to be kind of resistance, then it went down. Now it broke way through there. Now it seemed to be building a little base in the 2.3 area.
Yeah.
And I guess that was accurate.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
I got to look at that. That's a good understanding. No, I can see what you're saying. Yeah. No, I can definitely see what you're saying, man. Because,
I guess it's the direction that we've had post-election is now back on.
Yeah. And
dollar up, bonds up. But dollar up, 10-year yield up. Sorry.
No, there's no doubt. And let's see. So if we look at these financials out here this morning, you got the. They're still a little weak. Interesting. So that correlation is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. The banks have made a fortune, but bottom line is that like we were talking about yesterday, they had a huge run, so people are taking their profits. You know.
Right. As you know what, as they should, at least in a percentage, because I want to hear. And Janet Yellen spoke yesterday, and she's speaking today again, right?
Yes.
And her comments matter. Let's face it.
Right.
Is she gonna? Everyone's thinking 3 rate increases this year. That's aggressive.
That there's no doubt.
That's aggressive. So, can Janet Yellen really raise interest rates 3 times this year? I mean, that's what that 10-year yield and the bond market, and then figuring into bank stocks. That's what they're all going to fight over.
Oh,
I mean, no one argues. if interest rates go higher, if yields go higher, the banks are going to do well.
Oh my God.
They're going to coin money.
Yeah.
So that part is good. But they've also had a huge rally up to here. So now I think the world, as we know it, the trading world, is trying to price these banks and figure out which ones are fair price and which ones have gone too far. I mean, Goldman backed off pretty significantly here the last couple of days.
There's no doubt. And, Kevin, this morning, even in my daily newsletter, I put that, the market is real. To me, the market, it was so slow yesterday, really, with the volume. I think the market is saying, okay, tomorrow's the inauguration.
Right.
I'm going to wait to see, okay, what's in, what's out, and what's going to be real. You know what I mean? It's like, because the market is just sitting there like, okay, what's going to happen here? Are there going to be really fast moves? And I think we're going to know within 3 or 4 days. The market will tell us, that's for sure.
And, Tom, I think people are waiting to see what kind of speech Trump gives.
Right.
And remember the night of the election, how futures rallied when he gave his speech, and it was presidential, and it sounded really good to the people listening, and futures flew off that. And so they're wondering what he's going to do, and tomorrow's his speech. So I think that could trigger markets. I think so.
Yeah, there's no doubt, and I think it has to do with what has been said and what's actually going to be done. That's
rhetoric versus reality.
Yeah, that's where the market is going to be like, okay, man, talk to me now.
We do like to speculate, don't we?
Oh, we do. I'll tell. Hey, and the bottom line, folks. You're going to have a trader's paradise. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Absolutely right.
You
can say what you want about Bill Clinton as president. Those were unbelievable trading years.
Yep.
When the Clintons were in office.
Yep.
Did I vote for Bill Clinton? We'll talk about that later. But those were great trading years.
No doubt. And you know what, folks? You want a great show, 12 to 1 Eastern Time. Kevin and Scott going to be talking about futures today. Every other day, they're talking about options. 12 o'clock right here at TFNN. Kevin, thanks so much. Have a great day, safe day, and we look forward to the show.
Always a pleasure, guys.
You too. Thanks so much, man. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow's down 22, Nasdaq's up 6, S&P's down 2.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, Life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are down 25. You get the NASDAQ flat. S&Ps are off 2.5. Let's go over to that NASDAQ for a second. So NQ, because I believe we were just talking to Kevin, the NASDAQ was just up 25, right? Oh,
Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So with the Qs just went from, the NQs just went from 50.74 to 50.57. What the heck? Yeah. So inside the NDX, you got CSX, that's the leader, it's up 17%. So what's happening here with CSX, I was reading just a little bit about this morning. You have a here it is right here. So CSX jumped the most on record after reports that outgoing Canadian Pacific Railroad Chief Executive Hunter Harrison is teaming up with an activist investor to shake up the least efficient U.S. railroad. So he retired from, this just happened last night, I guess, from Canadian Pacific, and he's going to go after CSX with another activist,
Yeah.
So you're talking about a move higher.
Yeah, and they got Paul Hilal, who worked for years with billionaire hedge fund manager Bill Ackman, is looking to install Harrison in a leadership position at CSX.
Yeah, look at that. Wow. The Jacksonville, Florida-based
The Jacksonville, Florida-based railroad had the highest ratio of expenses to sales. I mean, yeah, our railroads are in rough shape.
Yeah,
and,
they are.
Unfortunately, you see they have those horrible accidents that happen, and really they're preventable by technology that's pretty affordable in terms of the lives that are lost and all this stuff.
Right.
So it seems like that space is maybe ripe for some, but.
Yeah, listen, and bottom line, you got to move a lot of goods, and there's no two ways about that. So gas numbers. Let's see what we have happening with gas, folks. And if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, folks, trading gas, great trading oil, a great exchange to do that on. You get defined risk. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can see the banner on the top of the side. You can bring it up and walk along with us as we take a look at these contracts.
So we're looking at natural gas. We're looking at the February contract. We have the numbers, inventory coming out at 10:30. So usually we'll take a look at the 11 o'clock. We're trading at about 328 right now.
Okay.
So it's not going to line up perfectly like we like. We have 330, which let's take a look at these real quick. Now 330, that trade will have a little bit of a bearish bias because we're going to have actually value to the downside, right? We're going to have 2 pennies of intrinsic value to the downside. So here's our positive one. Here would be our negative spread we'd be looking at. So we'd be selling the spread from 330 to 310. That's going to be the more expensive one, again, because we have about 2 pennies in actual intrinsic value.
Yeah, that's $31.
Yep, whereas this one is going to be the cheaper one because it's out of the money. So we're looking at about $41 combined.
Yeah.
So you're looking at, 4 pennies away from 330. So to put that in context again, though, we already have 2 pennies closing in on 3 pennies as this is jumping around right now to the downside. So you need only about, what happens is, so here's an easier way to look at it, right? So you're selling it for 36.
Yeah.
You're buying this one for 8. So realistically, if this one moves in your direction, you only need to make the $8 up to break even.
Oh, that's cool.
Right?
Yes.
But if this one starts moving in your direction, you need to make up the 36 to break even. So that's
cool.
why the bearish
That's a great
side,
way of looking at it. Yeah.
So that's all right. That can work depending on what you want. Let's just take a quick peek at 12 o'clock and see where we are. And so, that can be a little bit different. This says 325. There's still 20 cents, $200 pies, $200 spreads for the 20 cents. Depending on which way you wanted to do things, though, this could give you one with a bullish bias. Excuse me.
Okay.
Right? Because
that's pretty cool.
We're trading at 327.
Yep.
And would be getting in to the ones where now the bullish position has the value, because 325 to 345
and it'd be three pennies there.
It's going to have the value. So now the bullish one's the one with the intrinsic value and the premium, so it's 36.
Yeah.
And the bearish one's the one that's just going to be out of the money, all premium. So that's a great illustration to where, you know, if you're bullish, if you're bearish,
You can do all four of them. Yeah.
you got different time levels, and that's where
You
things
do.
could jump around, and
You
that
do.
could get actually a little rough.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to do
But
that.
no, that's great to see where, you know, because maybe you are saying, I like the volatility trade, but you know what, I'm really feeling a little bit bullish today.
Right.
So I really don't want to buy to initiate the trade where it's already in the bearish side. Well, guess what? You know, then if you're comfortable extending that trade to 12 o'clock, you know, and you can always close it, then you can initiate the one that actually has the bullish side.
Look at that. That's.
What are you checking out?
Okay, so I have this contract up. This thing's coming back in with dramatically lighter volume.
Now, just
too.
again though, I think that's the March. We're looking at the February.
Okay.
Just to put things.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's important. So it has a spike this morning at 324 that has some volume. Okay, so let's go back to those again.
You should probably be looking for more action than 324 if we make a trade like this.
Yeah,
That would
no,
be
that's why I just want to go back.
Right.
to
No, for sure. Now let's jump. We'll jump back to the 11 o'clocks
Yeah.
just to make it simple. Here's our bearish on the left.
Yeah.
Because we're going from 330 to 310. Bullish on the right. Here's where it's trading at, give or take 328. Right. So again, would be buying this one, all premium, about 310. Selling this one. We have some intrinsic value, of course.
Yeah.
So you're looking at four pennies. So realistically, coming off 330, so you need 326 or you need 334. Anywhere outside of those areas, and just pushing that 334, we're looking at right up here, right? And 326, we're right down here. So that's where it's an easy illustration to say, well, why? You know, when you're bearish this trade, well, there's a nice illustration, man. You know, if you break even in this trade, here's your bottom break even point,
Right.
and here's your upper break even point.
Yeah, I'm going to pass.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because I can see that if it hits the 324, that's still a penny and a half or 2 pennies that I could make, right?
It is.
But that's not enough.
Right. No,
That's not enough
you
for-
should probably
for-
be anticipating a little bit more volatility, right?
Right,
If you're
right.
making that trade. Because realistically, if it just ticks up 2 pennies, that's your max loss right here. at 330,
Exactly.
You know, and so you'd be losing $40
Right.
here, and realistically, you're only going to be making 26 is your break even. Yeah,
Yes.
so $20 if it gets down to 24.
And that's 20 before paying the commission too.
Right. You got a couple dollars on
Right.
each
Right.
you know,
It's not-
dollar per trade. So
Right.
so $2 on the way in,
Right.
and usually $1 on the way out
Right.
on these.
Yeah, it's not a fortune, but
No.
as you've taught me,
Well, if you're
percentage-wise,
only
it's
going,
big,
if
right?
you're only going for $20 in profits,
Right.
and you're not keeping track of the fact that $3, which is 15% of your profits,
Right.
You know, when you know,
Right.
so
It's
that's
important.
It's important.
It's important.
It is.
No. 877-927-6648. Market-wise out here. Well, hey, let's go over to the gold contract. So Draghi was out here speaking this morning. We'll see whether, you know, but bottom line is that gold went, when we started speaking, gold was at 1205, no, 1203 basically. By the time he ended, gold was down 1195. Now it's making its way back. We're at 1198.90 right now. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are going to be coming right back with those gas numbers for you. Dow Industrials right now down 26. NASDAQ is off 1. S&P's down 2.5. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we have the Dow. The Dow Industrials right now down 10. You get the NASDAQ up 1.5. S&Ps are up 1.5. And let's go over to those gas numbers. See what we got happening here.
We sure will. Oh, it's jumping around a little bit. That was quite a little jump in between.
That's a funny bar, yeah.
There's not usually a gap there.
No, so 329.
Yeah. Well, 330 would have been our max loss there.
Right.
So.
Right.
Just jumping back to see if some of these numbers, usually they start popping up.
Let's see if I can. Okay, so. See what
sure.
They have to say. Natural gas. There we go. Okay. Stockpiles fell 243 BCF.
Yep, billion cubic feet and jumping around. So this is a Bloomberg survey, but right away you can tell it's right next to where they kind of expected. I don't know what the median estimate is. That's a different number than the Bloomberg survey.
Yes.
But the fact that it's right next to the Bloomberg survey basically means that it came in at approximately what they expected.
Right.
Yeah. Let's jump back and take a peek because sometimes it takes a few seconds to react. Yeah, so we'll see where that jumps around. But bottom line is, when you're trading for volatility prior to news and the news comes in basically right what the market expects, that's not your ideal situation.
No.
That doesn't mean that you can't move, right?
No,
but that's not where you're going to make the most amount of money for sure.
Exactly.
So no problem taking that trade off.
Missed the bullet. It's a beautiful thing.
For sure.
Totally.
Good deal.
877-927-6648. Let's go inside the Dow Industrials, see the strength versus the weakness out here this morning. Inside the Dow, Boeing is the strength. That's up 0.8%. United Health's up 0.7. The laggard, Exxon's down 1.4%. You have Merck off 0.8. Goldman's down 0.6, and Pfizer is down 0.6. Let me go back to ExxonMobil for a second. So you got, look, there's something wrong with ExxonMobil, man. You know, this has been interesting. It couldn't get over its highs when it was up at 93, and now it looks like it's going to. Let me just see what the news is here. If it's just Exxon downgraded to sell at UBS. You know, it's funny. What I've never could quite wrap my head around, folks, is that sometimes, you know, you get these big banks that they'll downgrade an equity or upgrade them, and they can move the market, and other times they can't. It's like if you could really figure out, what is the, you know what I mean?
Bet it has. I mean, you know, not that it's like an insider industry, but there's certain players that I'm sure money managers trust more than others, right? In terms of analysts.
Sure.
And these analysts, you know, they get assigned to certain, whether it's industries, companies, and they live and die them, you know, in terms of they're on every conference call, they're breaking down every number, they're the one that are making those estimates based off basically, you know, hardcore analysis of these companies. So, you know, there's some validity when they come out and say something like that, depending on, like you say, who it is, right? Or how much swing they have within their industry.
And what you have here, this looks like it's going to be an ABC down. It's a good one, too.
It's quite a move, man.
You know, the A point is 91.34. The B is 85.96. You know, I was talking 6 points. So that sets up like an 81 to 82.
And I think the price target they even gave it, though, was something like 77, just to put a...
There you go.
Yeah.
And see, if we go over, watch, it's not the whole sector, because Chevron, guess what? It's only down 40 cents.
Interesting.
Yeah. You know, big difference.
Right.
Inside the NDX 100, well, here, let's go look at Netflix. This is
I was waiting for
NFLX. So Netflix come out with numbers, folks, good numbers. You're up $7. Now, Netflix last night, after the close, when I was, it was trading at 145.
Okay.
So it opened at 143.
Okay.
You know, we'll see whether it can...
Huge subscriber growth, right? Can you go to the news real quick? And just, because I saw, I think it was 5 million plus new people that they had, as opposed to
big
3-something million that they were estimating. Yeah, there's a lot in those numbers that they break down for sure.
See if we can just get the...
I think you're...
Did I miss them?
No, we're coming in. Let's see. These are all of them right now. So they finished the year with 93.8 million members, which is pretty
I'll do one more.
Go ahead,
There we go.
Let's see where it comes in. So yeah, I mean, just fourth quarter revenue, 2.48 billion versus 2.47. I'm looking, there it is. 5.12 million people were added versus an estimate. It's amazing that they can be that big and still add 5.12 million subscribers.
They have 50 million in the United States.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
50 million. I think there's only like 330 people.
Yeah, it might be approaching 400. Right. No, that's a huge number.
It's a big number.
That is.
And their growth, you know, now of course is going to be overseas. You know, it's both, but bottom line, overseas, you know, they have a long way to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to see. So here's
the domestic.
So domestically, they added 1.5 million, and the estimate was actually 1.7.
Right.
So that makes a lot of sense. As in, they're so saturated in America, right? If you don't have Netflix by now, it's probably tough to get you. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
things are changing, as in people are cutting the cord, and so maybe that's, you know, eventually.
Yeah.
But in reality, right? They've been around so long, that's tough. But yeah, this is the big one. International net streaming adds 3.7 versus 3.5. So not only are they, you know, adding 4 million overseas, they're even beating their own estimates.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
So if we look inside the NDX 100 now, CSX is the leader. That's up 17 and almost 18%. Checkpoint Software is up 7.5%. Netflix is 5.7%. Tesla's 3.2%. Taken away from it is Viacom's down 1.8%. That's interesting, right? That's I want to see if come out with
a
something.
Netflix deal, right?
Yeah, right. So no, that's on the second. So,
but hey, like I just, you know, I caveated what I said in terms of, you know, how are they growing in America? And I said, well, you know, if people are cutting the cord, though, maybe, you know, you don't have Netflix because you're paying for cable, but finally you get frustrated and you say, I'm not paying for cable anymore.
Right.
I'm gonna just sign up for Netflix and you know, sign up for HBO Go and go from there.
Totally.
Even I said, you know, CBS now, and I don't know if Fox does it, they may as well, but for the football games, I was telling you, you can stream the football games with CBS live streaming, which is pretty amazing, because live sports really keep people into cable, I think.
I know.
So
I agree.
When that becomes accessible, that could be a run for the gates for cable providers.
Yeah, as they would say, the tipping point.
It could be, right. I mean, that's, you know, I was startled to actually see that. And it's amazing what what the NFL really gets away with, I think, in terms of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because they already sold the rights.
Yeah, it's like, now CBS is doing it, so that's interesting, you know, but like, then what about, is Fox hurt by that? You know, because maybe somebody was watching Fox, right? But now CBS is offering it online, and Fox maybe too, but just it's, you know, even myself, I watch the Red Zone channel, which is just this, you know, back and forth of all the different games. I'm sure people out there have it. No commercials, very affordable yearly price.
Right.
And as a result, I don't watch any NFL anymore. So, yeah, I mean, you know, I really don't in terms of on most channels. So I don't watch any NFL ads, let's put it that way.
And the NFL gets your money because they own the Red Zone,
I believe so, yeah. I believe so. Basically, for all intents and purposes, they do. Right. CBS doesn't own it, Fox doesn't own it, you know, and meanwhile, they pay billions and billions of dollars for the rights. And then the NFL is like, oh, we're just going to start this channel that jumps around to all the games. And everybody starts watching that. And meanwhile, I'm somebody that, you know, when CBS and Fox
bid
for that contract, they probably thought that I would be somebody that might be watching their ads.
Right.
And live sports.
Because even the hardcore, because the hardcore people are going to be watching that.
Right. I mean, this is playoffs and you can do it even, you know? And it's like the ad deal, you know, you can't DVR live sports, too. So that's the other thing, where it's like you actually watch the commercials versus any other show, you just DVR it.
Right.
Not anymore. Wild. Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow's down 24, Nasdaq's off 2.5, S&Ps are down 2. We're going to be right back, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 19. You get the Nasdaq off 1.5. S&Ps are down 2. Let's go to our man Tom in Plymouth. What's going on, Tom?
Hey, good morning, Tom, Tommy.
Morning, Tom.
How you doing, man?
How you guys doing?
We're doing
Oh,
good.
I'm doing fantastic. Yeah. Got rid of that Nugget and J Nug yesterday, and I'm buying it back this morning. So
It's nice timing, man.
And
I don't know if I think I don't know what's going to happen though tomorrow when they do.
You don't. Everybody else knows what's going to happen, man. We got it all
we'll
figured
still
out.
be in.
You don't. Yeah. No, we'll all find out all at the same time, man, for sure.
What time
Yeah,
is
I
the
don't wanna go-
I
inauguration?
think it's 10 o'clock it begins at.
Okay,
I don't know
good.
when that.
Okay.
But I think 12 o'clock is actually the transition of power. Is 12:01.
Okay,
Is
good.
when the actual
Okay.
transition of power takes place.
So the market will be open 4 hours after that. So, yeah, totally.
Well, you never know. It's a Friday too, so you never know with the gold. I mean,
Well, you know what? You know what? We do know. We do know that Fridays, folks in the metals market is vicious.
Sure.
That's the bottom line. So hang on.
Tomorrow's a special Friday, man.
It's we'll find out where this is going to go.
And it's expiration.
And
option
it's
expiration.
option,
as they're saying in the den,
yeah,
totally.
option expiration. So we definitely got some action.
Like we need more action tomorrow, but
Yeah,
hey.
it's a good one.
I think the best thing is that those vehicles, daily investment vehicles, and I can't emphasize it enough. But I noticed you have that webinar on your page there, and I'm looking forward to that next Thursday. That sounds pretty good.
Perfect.
Well,
we were hoping you had signed up for it, man, when we saw you calling about the Nugget, J-Nug, and the dust in there.
We appreciate you signing up. And folks, what Tom's talking about, okay, is that I'm going to be doing a live workshop, a webinar, this is, a week from today.
Yeah.
Next Thursday, 6 to 7 Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be talking about the Nugget. We're going to be talking about the dust. We're going to be talking about leverage ETFs.
Yeah, 'cause Nugget and dust, the triple bull and bear for the gold miners.
Yes. And, we know that a lot of Tigers like to trade these. I love to trade them. Tom loves to trade them. It's just like, okay, so there. And what we're going to talk about, the first part's going to be the competition, the composition and mechanics of the leveraged ETF. What does that mean? Then we're going to talk about the daily rebalancing, the compounding. Once you figure out how this compounding works, meaning how it compounds on the way up and how it compounds on the way down, because the negative compound on the way down, you're really going to understand how they work. Then we're going to talk about what happens in a flat but volatile market. And then we're going to get our head wrapped around specifically how I like to trade the meaning.
Little analysis of the actual markets.
The actual markets. What's the dollar doing, and what is the weighting structure? What's the weighting, the largest weightings? And I was going through this yesterday afternoon on the air. The 10 biggest stocks, like it's 60% weighting. So it's a good indication of where
for sure
where it
for
can go.
sure.
So you get back in this morning. I think you got a good trade, man. I mean, the gold contract, folks, this morning, get whacked. Well, it can, whacked a little yesterday. Comes down today when Draghi's talking, but you got 176,000 contracts. You're going against 380,000. So we'll see. Gold. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I guess it all kind of depends this afternoon as to if anything happens, and then we'll see. I guess if the dollar moves a little bit. And,
it does. Right now, it just got back like 1197.80 for the physical contract is the higher range. So we have a shot right now to get right back up to 1205, like before this contract closes. Now, that being said, what I like about the Nugget and the J-Nug today, Tom, is this. Watch this if we go over to the GDX. When gold was even down at that 1197 area, the GDX wasn't pulling back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not backing off, man.
And GDX is almost break even right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's saying that the correlation that people are coming in there, buying those equities. Well, they're not selling them. Let's put it that way.
Sure.
So.
Sounds good. Well, I listened to Larry. I think it was yesterday or today. I think it was yesterday. He said that he keeps seeing this gold pull back like 12 or so to $17. It looks like it just did it again. So he's really bullish on it. So.
Yeah, what's really cool, folks? If you listen, so Larry's got an amazing program from 9 to 10 o'clock every trading day, and what Larry has down pat, which is really cool, is that this in gold, in silver, and these different commodities, because he does pattern recognition so much, he feels that inside the gold market, the number was 17, Tom, right? I think I've been. He has that they like to move these numbers, which are really cool, and he's been doing it so long. So there's a consistency inside it, and that's what Tom's talking about. And when you listen to Larry, folks, pay attention to those numbers because it's really cool how they just keep recycling. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
And what you can get out of them, which is really cool, is that if in fact they make that move, then your probability goes higher that the whole analysis. Because when he makes the analysis, okay, normally gold likes to move like this. So if it does move like that, on especially what I like on the retracements, it's like, oh boy, yeah, it's going to go back up.
Sure.
Or he wants to go back up. So it's pretty cool, man. Isn't it cool what he does, man? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. And there's so many different parts of the marketplace.
That's for sure.
There really are, man.
For sure.
Hey, so
just to keep in mind, he was also saying there could be a pullback to like 1165 in gold in the next little bit.
I know. I turned it off then.
I was like, ooh.
I heard that. That was yesterday morning, man. I was sitting there, in my kitchen. I said, let me turn him off. I'm only kidding.
Well, we could just turn the J dust and the dust on. That's all.
There's no doubt, man.
But anyway, something to watch.
Yeah, big time.
All right, gentlemen. Well, I won't keep you any longer, but thanks for the info, and go Patriots this weekend.
That's right. Go Patriots, man.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Sunday. They're going to get those Steelers.
Ooh, that's going to be a big game.
They're going to get them good.
Man, that's going to be a big television audience, man. Have a great one, Tom. Thanks, a safe
Tom.
one. Thank you, man.
Yeah, you too, guys.
Take care, man. Yeah, Sunday, so last weekend they say might be the best weekend only because you finally bring the playoff teams that had buys back in. Okay. So you got the Patriots, the Cowboys, the best teams out there. Right. They come back in. You have 4 games. So that's kind of awesome.
Yes.
This weekend you can't go wrong either in terms of you're playing to go to the Super Bowl, man. It doesn't get any better than that. And so you get the first game.
Where is the Super Bowl this year?
I don't know. I should know. So it's 2 weeks. They always give it 2 weeks. So it'll be 2 weeks from this weekend. I'm sure maybe the Den, somebody knows what's going on. But the first game this weekend, I think it's about 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And that's going to be Green Bay at Atlanta. And that'll be interesting in terms of seeing what happens there. Atlanta's been on a roll, but man, Green Bay, they are rocking and rolling. And then Patriots play at about 6:30 Sunday night. So that's a cool way to end the weekend, man. 6 o'clock Sunday night game. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
For sure.
877-927-6648. Let's go see where that. Let's see.
Jump to Nadex
gas
right
contract is.
Oh, look at that. 3:30 on the dot. Max loss.
That's not good.
There we go.
It's all right. We didn't trade it.
They're saying the Super Bowl might be in Houston, they're talking about.
Okay.
There we go.
Houston, Texas. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. And don't forget, we get our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. And at 11 o'clock, that's oil numbers are going to be coming up.
That's right.
We're coming right back, folks. Stay right there.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts, and keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And, it's always a pleasure to talk with Tom from Plymouth.
For sure.
From when he called, folks, okay, the GDX was down 20 cents. Now it's only down 4.
Yeah.
He's out there buying.
That's right. Moving the markets.
Oh, man, you got to love it.
Totally.
We have the Dow off 35, NASDAQ's down 4.5, S&Ps are down 3. The dollar index up 507 ticks. We'll see where that can go. It's coming off its high a bit right now.
Let's just jump around real quick. We have a few minutes. So here's natural gas again. That probably would not be a profitable trade because we had 334 would have been our break even, 326.
Yes.
So that looks like it would probably be a loser if we had initiated it. But jumping around, let's take a real quick look at oil.
Yeah.
Again, numbers coming out at 11.
Yes.
So we don't want to be trading the 11s,
No.
right? Let's jump to the 12 o'clocks.
Right.
Oil's trading at 52.57.
Okay.
So we have 52.50 that we could do.
Yeah.
And jumping around, so we're at 52.57. Would be buying the bullish one up to, so these are $1.50 each.
Yeah.
We'd be selling the bearish one. So you're looking at about $45. So that's about 45 cents away from 52.50. So give or take, you're looking at $53 to $52. Not bad.
That's not bad.
And especially, we're used to trading them where you have about a half hour. This one, you'd have a full hour of news after the breakdown. So, people can just keep that in mind, just throwing out ideas as those trades come up. But we'll see where oil, so
pull that up right here. So, CLG, okay, CLG7. Okay, so that's set up.
Can we jump back to, I think we're looking at, just because 52.50 is where the contract,
Yes,
we're looking at
okay.
a different, just even jumping to Nadex real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're looking at March when we're looking at Nadex. I think you jump to February here. That's all. Just to keep things.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. That's
right. You can pull it up. They're going to move in tandem, but they're 75
right.
cents away from each other right now. Just to.
Oh yeah. See, when I did this yesterday, this is interesting. So. Yeah, no. What you have here, folks? Yeah, this looks to me like you're going to get a little pop on it because what happens yesterday? Look at this. It went down, but it was like no volume. It was only 236,000 contracts.
Yeah.
So this thing can pop like to 53.50.
Now, if you're looking at 53.50 there, though, that's where you got to add 75 cents.
Right.
42.25 for the other contracts.
Yeah, no, and that's where I don't want to confuse everyone, but that's where I should get these symbols straight. Well, I think CLH maybe. It might have been H for February. Let me see.
There you go. That's it.
That's March?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so let's just see. Okay, so this one here.
Can you go back to the daily so we can see? Because that could be why of the volume on the February was so light, right?
Yeah.
Because it's actually in the March.
Right.
Can you put it on the daily where we can see the daily volume?
I can. Yes, I can. Yep. Exactly. Okay, so let's do that. And this is what it is. Always dangerous.
And there you go.
Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. So
that's a teaching lesson.
That's a teaching lesson.
Make sure you're paying attention to the contracts, people.
Right, especially when they're rolling like this too, because it's every month for oil.
You look at an old contract and think it has no volume. Well, guess why? It's not getting traded because there's a new contract. For
new
sure.
contract.
Yeah.
So that would be saying, folks, that that it wants to go 51.72.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, too, because this volume shouldn't be given too much credence.
No, you're right.
Because that's the last one. So,
right.
You want to get.
Well, that's a daily.
Right, but I'm saying there's a reason why the daily volume on the March contract is low back here is because all the volume was in the February contract at that time.
Right. And so this is what you can do, and this is what I do. You go right to the USO.
Okay, nice.
So what happens is that it's just smooth because it trades every day.
Yesterday's a decent number. Looking at that.
You stay right there, folks. And man, Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. And if you do want to come to that free workshop I'm going to be doing next Thursday, folks, check it out on the front page of TFNN. Have a great one.
Thanks, man.
Have a great one. Thanks, pal. Have a safe one, folks. Look forward to speaking to you this afternoon.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.